Just not funny. Really right in my ear? Are you stealing it? What? Now?
Nice.
Action.
What's the first thing you guys plan on getting done?
The first thing we're going to do is have our campaign promises listed on the student council door to make sure we keep all of our promises, and then once we've done that, our first plan of attack will probably be to have the early dismissals and barbecues, because we know there's a football game during the first week of school.
Mr. Murphy!
Oh. What is a politician that you look up to and has possibly had an influence on your platform?
I look up to the Right Honorable Prime Minister Stephen Harper. I think he was one of the best prime ministers in our history. And you know, while we do have our differences, I think our modest platform reflects his as well.
Mr. Murphy! I'll see you next week, guys. Still rolling.
Would you be open to growth to the ideas of your co-presidents? Co-president. No, you're like
Oh, well, we'll have a suggestion box, and the students will be allowed to give us suggestions, and we will take them all into consideration.
Mr. Murphy! Get it together!
What about your position?
What made you two gentlemen want to run together for the co-presidency?
Well, I think, I mean, Will and I have been friends since, pretty much since Sec 1, and I think that we have a good balance between us, you know, and I think we can do good things for the school together.
Mr. Murphy! And this question is directed towards both of you. What's your relationship like?
Very good.
Mr. Murphy. Will. So your brother has been seen as one of the better presidents of the past few years. How are you going to assert yourself as a different person than him and not just in his shadow?
Well, I mean, look, I mean, the first thing I can answer to that is I'm not Joseph Murphy and this is not John Renzoni. We definitely have a different platform. We're not even remotely similar people. Well, but that being said, we will be able to benefit from his experience and his points of view. You know, he has been president before, so he knows what he's talking about. And I'm sure his experience will be able to help us going forward. Nico Chevrier.
Okay. What type of leadership qualities do you think both of you guys have?
Well, Murph's a great leader. He's been class president for 4 years, and when he says he's going to get something done, he always gets something done.
Mr. Murphy. Will.
What are you most excited for in your term as presidency?
To work as a team, through this, like the student council working as a team, and we all get everything done.
Will. All right, Will. This one's directed to Will. Since you're a very busy athlete, as we know, are you willing to miss a game or practice if there's something with presidents, something you have to do for
yes.
school? Yes.
Right.
Will. This is Marstock. How will you choose next year's student council?
Oh. I mean, look, the applications are going to start coming in a couple of weeks, and we're just going to choose the absolute most qualified people who believe in our platform, believe in our message, who we get along with. I mean, that's vital. We have to get along with them to be able to get things done. People who are going to help us have good student council administration relations, and people who are going to help us get all of our ideas done, people who are dedicated people. That's who we're looking for. On
the odd time where you're not playing sports or in school, what are you guys up to? What are your hobbies?
I play intramural sports because I'm not a very good athlete, and I enjoy clubs and committees.
Clubs? Like
I like to work out. I like to go to, and some hobbies like I'm learning the guitar, other things like that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Let's take Noadella.
What motivated you to run for this position?
I mean, I think that Will and I both have something unique to offer to the school and to the student council, and we'll be able to take the student council in a good direction. That's what we feel we can do, and that's why we ran.
Murphy. Will.
Let's take Jerry McTavish.
How do you plan on including March Madness in the student council next year?
That's me.
Well, they can participate in anything. They can give us any suggestions that they feel are necessary, and we'll take them all into consideration.
Just Murphy,
It's directed at both of you. If you could compare yourself to one Canadian political party, what party would you most be like?
I feel like I've been set up. The Conservative Party of Canada.
All right.
Murphy's Will.
And Will's answer.
The Liberal Party.
Murphy.
Together between the balance of right policies and less policies, we make a sense.
How long have you been after this role?
4 years.
Since day one.
Mr. Murphy, what makes you guys better presidents than the ones in the past? Terrible.
I mean, we have, it's nothing new that we have a very modest platform, and there's no sense in making big promises that we can't keep, getting people's hopes up if we can't keep the promises. That's why we have a very modest platform. We know we'll be able to get all of them done. We know that for a fact. We have already contacted everyone who has to be contacted, and then once we go through with our platform, which I'm very confident we'll be able to do pretty quickly, we'll be able to open up the suggestion box, get new suggestions, and get new ideas in for bigger.
Murphy. Let's say something happens and you do not get it all done. How do you think the student body's gonna react? Since you're promising us this.
It's not going to happen, so I'm not going to worry about that right now.
Murphy.
No cake and Fleming.
So how do you feel about next year not having committees and having the student council run things?
I think that's better because you won't have to rely on anyone. The group's already going to be made, so you'll know who's there to do what.
Mr. Murphy, what are your biggest flaws and how do you plan on improving?
My biggest flaw is probably that I'm a bit of a micromanager. And I mean, that's why we have to have a very good student council, people that I know we can trust, and people who I know I won't have to be looking over their shoulder because they're very determined people and they're going to get things done.
How will your role as co-president help you accomplish your goals set for after high school?
Well, I think it's going to help because it's going to show us how to be great leaders in life and how to make a path for others.
Mr.
Murphy. Have any of your ideas from your platform already begun taking form at Loyola?
Not yet.
Mr. Murphy.
That's just the only reason for that is just because we haven't assumed power yet officially. But once we do, we would potentially even be open to working a little bit over the summer, getting things done.
Action.
Go Ethan.
Okay. This question is directed to both of you. What makes you guys different from other groups that have supposedly have platforms that don't cost much money?
I mean, I've been on student council for 4 years. I can't recall a group of co-presidents that didn't have a very expensive platform. So I don't really know how to answer that question.
Mr. Murphy, what do you mean by make Loyola great again?
I mean, Loyola never stopped being great, but we do want to make sure that we have that, I mean, what I mean by that is just we've had several groups in the past promise big things and they haven't been able to follow through with that. We want to get through, we want to get all of our platform ideas.
Mr. Murphy, when and how did you become partners?
Declan Fishel.
Are you going to incorporate any ideas that your opposition March Madness brought to the table during election?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Mr.
Matthews.
Soap dispensers.
All right.
Mr. Matthews.
I really like the idea of Loyola bow ties. I think that was
Mr. Matthews.
idea.
When and how did you become partners?
In Sec 2, we decided that we were going to become partners.
Oh God, that's it.
Mr. Murphy.
Yeah.
How many hours have you guys invested so far in, I guess, preparing and up to the elections and stuff?
Well, with all the meetings with the administration, all the time that we put into this, probably close to about 12 hours preparing for the debate, preparing for getting our campaign posters out and everything.
Mr. Murphy.
No,
Do you have any concrete plans to be better than the past co-president that you said haven't done much?
well, I mean, I didn't say that the past president haven't done much. They do a lot behind the scenes. My biggest opposition with recent groups of co-presidents is just that they've made these big promises that they haven't necessarily been able to go through with, for obvious reasons. And so, they do a lot, but what we're going to do differently is we don't have any huge promises that we could let people down with. And then once we get all of our platform ideas done, then we'll be able to look at bigger ideas that come through with the suggestion box. But that's why we didn't promise them on our platform, because we can't absolutely guarantee them the way we can guarantee the 9 platform ideas we presented last Friday.
Mr. Carson.
Why do you think that the students voted for you?
I think we had a message of getting things done that really resonated with people. I mean, I think it's time to kind of look into revitalizing the role of the student council a little bit, and I think that we really offered that. That being said, I think that Colby and Marshall would have also made great co-presidents, and we really look forward to working with them next year.
What motivates you guys? What motivates you guys to get better?
Nico Chevrier.
No. If there was one thing you could change at Loyola, what would it be for the upcoming year?
How do you mean?
Like one thing you want to change next year that hasn't been done in the previous years.
So basically our whole platform.
Mr. Murphy.
Simon Murray.
Simon, what do you think of the present student council?
I think they're doing a lot behind the scenes that
Yeah.
people don't see, and they're being blamed for not really doing anything. But I still do think they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Mr. Murphy.
Mr. Murphy. Do we either?
Let's go with Mario.
What are some things that you've done in your past that could let the general public put a little bit more trust in you for next year?
Well, Michael's been class president for 4 years, and like I said, he just like when he wants something done, he'll get it done.
Well, for you personally.
I mean, Will is a fantastic leader as well. I mean, you can see that with the way he plays sports, the dedication he has. You know, I mean, he also has a lot of experience with getting things done. You know, the balance he's been able to have between sports and academics, it's actually quite impressive. And I think there's a lot of trust to be had in Will.
Mr. Murphy.
Mattel?
Do any of you look forward to pursue a career in politics?
You do.
I do. Maybe later, yeah.
So we know that both members of March Madness were going to Low French. How do you think you're going to manage your time?
Well, we have time. We have time after school, after sports. We'll have time at night to do work.
Yeah.
All right,
Mr. Matthews. Yes.
Marshall.
Do you agree with the change in schedule?
Yes, we do, and we think it'll, once we have all our platform ideas done, we'll be able to look into doing more things at lunch, which we already have incorporated in our platform with the more trivia things and things like that in the atrium and the cafeteria, more things to do at lunchtime, because we know if we don't have tags, people will be looking for things to do other than playing games on their iPads, and we'll definitely be addressing that in the platform.
What about snack time?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because the students, they get deconcentrated when they get hungry, so it'll bring them back to class with a concentrated mind.
All right, thank you.
Are you guys going to have a bit of fun with your campaign or just keep it nice and simple?
We're definitely looking into, where to go from here. Because the 9 platform ideas we presented last Friday are not the only things that we're going to be doing. That is another guarantee I can make. Those are the 9 things that we can absolutely guarantee are going to get done, and that's exactly what a platform should be. And then once we have it all done, which I'm very confident will be fairly quickly, then we'll be able to look at other ideas and definitely take into some of Marshall and Kobe's ideas into consideration as well.
Thank you. How will you two be dedicating your time to current affairs next year? Because there might be some things that come up and you would have to deal with them on the spot. So how are you going to keep up with that?
Well, I mean, I think I speak for both of us when I say we'd be willing to tone down the amount of extracurriculars that we do, if need be. I don't think that will necessarily be required because we do have weekends and everything like that to keep our ideas going and after sports. But I mean, if we have to, we have to because we're committed to getting all of our ideas done.
Murphy.
Actually,
you said that you have more ideas to come. Have you thought of any since the meeting in the auditorium?
well, mostly when we say we have more ideas to come, we mean any recommendations that students give in the suggestion box, we will take those into consideration.
Okay.
Will,
Yeah.
do you think that maybe your modest platform has taken away some of the excitement that students may have towards change coming to the school?
In a sense, yes. But at the same time, we don't want to get their hopes up for nothing if we can't follow through with them. But, yeah.
Do you think you might have some surprises in your back pocket to pull out if you get all your ideas done?
Yep.
Or when you get
We
all
do.
your ideas done?
2 more questions. And address them to both candidates, please.
Are you both able to guarantee that all 9 of your platform ideas are going to get done?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy.
Take Simon.
Okay. How nervous are you about becoming future presidents of the school?
I'm pretty confident in it. I'm not very nervous, and I think we're both going to do a good job.
Okay.
Do either of you have any closing statements for the student body? Mr. Co-President?
I mean, we look forward to being co-presidents next year, getting all of our platform ideas done, and representing the students to the best of our abilities.
God bless America. All right.